Nickelodeon Universe is the indoor theme park in the middle of Minnesota's Mall of America. This park originally opened as Camp Snoopy back in 1992, but was rethemed to the famous Nicktoons in 2008. This park is one of the best atmospheres of any indoor park because of the greenery, abundance of light, and energy from both the mall and rides cycling overhead. While this park doesn't have a prolific coaster lineup, they do ultimately have a well-rounded ride lineup with plenty for all tastes. So in this video, I'll rank the park's top 15 rides and attractions. Coming in at number 15 is Anchor Drop. This 6-story tall slide is surprisingly one of the park's tallest attractions. You rarely see that from a slide. You get a great aerial view of the park from atop, followed by a spiraling descent. You do glide smoothly thanks to the mats, but the constant turns prevent you from building up as much speed as you may expect for a slide at this scale. Number 14, Backyardigans Swing Along. This Zero Wave Swinger isn't operated the fastest, but it has a unique feature to distinguish itself from the other versions out there. Backward seats. It's not super thrilling, but it is a different sensation experiencing a ride as familiar as this in reverse. And along with that wave action, you also get some fun visuals of the Fairly Odd Coaster circling around you. Number 13, Guppy Bubbler. This balloon tower is targeted more for kids, but it is the park's best spinning ride if you want it to be. The balloons are super easy to spin, so this can become one of the most dizzying rides out there if you try. Number 12, Splatosphere. This Moser drop tower stands just 6 stories tall, but that's enough height to offer nice views of the entire park and mall. This one runs a cycle comparable to the junior drop towers, as you have multiple ascents and descents. It also has the force of a junior Moser tower. You won't get airtime, but you do get this tingly freefall sensation every time you drop. And you're held at the top for a while before the final plunge to build some suspense. Number 11, Shredder's Mutant Masher. This Chance Frisbee has nice power to it. You get good lifter airtime in the max swings, and little pops in the smaller swings. Then you also get some force in the down swings. I just wish the cycle was longer. You get 4 max swings total, and this one doesn't have as many swings as others building up to that point. Number 10, Dutchman's Deck Adventure Course. This high ropes course offers a tantalizing mix of physical obstacles and views. The upper ones will make the legs of most guests quake between their height above the ground and their difficulty due to their instability. This isn't upcharge, but it's worth trying if you like physical attractions. Number 9, Ghost Blasters. This Sally Dark ride looks pretty small off-ride, but it's a decently long shooter. The 2D haunted aesthetic is similar to the Boo Blasters attractions found at the Cedar Fair parks, but all the targets work, and many respond in some capacity when shot. I wish this one had laser sights like others have so you get visual feedback with each shot, but there is at least audio feedback to let you know how you're doing. Number 8, Brain Surge. This Chance Unicoaster can be as tame or as intense as you like. The toggle in each car allows riders to control how much they flip. It's fun alternating between rapid front flips, disorienting back flips, and upside down stalls until all the blood rushes to your head. Brain Surge also offers a good cycle, one of the longest in the park, so there's plenty of time to invert. Number 7, Fly Over America. This flying theater technically isn't part of Nickelodeon Universe, but the entrance is basically inside the park's boundaries, so I'm including it on this list. The main experience gives a long journey past some famous US landmarks and cities. These scenes are exciting, but there are some duller scenic shots mixed in, and if you wear glasses, watch out. This ride has a gratuitous amount of sprayers and misters aimed right at your face throughout the attraction. I prefer Soarin', but this is a cool experience if you've never been on a flying theater. Just know it is pretty pricey to experience. Number 6, Avatar Airbender. This intimate half-pipe offers great visuals as you shoot towards the ceiling. And those full ascents offer some nice floater airtime too. While this one doesn't have much force in the valleys, the spinning does add some laterals every time you launch through the station. While this experience feels more like a frisbee flat ride than a coaster, it is arguably the park's most thrilling attraction and well worth experiencing. Number 5, Fairly Odd Coaster. This is the original layout that was cloned for the Pandemonium coasters at the Six Flags parks. It's neat seeing why the helixes and drops are placed where they were as you spiral around supports, pathways, and attractions. This one seems to run faster than the clones too. You get wilder spinning, particularly in the second half, even if you have a balanced car. And the finale has a little more airtime than usual on the mid-course drop and the subsequent bunny hill. This one had a shimmy to it back in 2020 as I noted in my review, but was running very smoothly in 2022. Number 4. SpongeBob SquarePants Rock Bottom Plunge. The signature thrill coaster at Nickelodeon Universe is a fun ride. This Gerstlauer Eurofighter has the usual beyond vertical drop, and as expected, it delivers a nice burst of ejector airtime. You also get launched out of your seat on a speed hill later in the ride as well. Then the ride features 3 inversions. The vertical loop has decent force into it, and the barrel roll delivers amazing hang time. However, the cutback is jerky, as are some of the ride's valleys and transitions, but headbanging thankfully wasn't too much of an issue for me, especially if you lean forwards to mitigate it. I have an entire review on this coaster if you want to hear more. Number 3. Pepsi Orange Streak. This Zier Tivoli coaster feels more like a high-speed monorail than a traditional coaster, and that's fine by me. This ride has some amazing visuals as you cruise over rides and pathways. And at one point you even go through a cave with the log chute. The forces are minimal, just some light laterals and a faint pop of airtime, but those sights carry the experience. This is actually my favorite coaster in the park, which I cover in a separate review. Number 2. TMNT Shell Shock. Gerstlauer Sky Rollers are one of my favorite flat rides in the world. These are rare to come across in North America though. To get the fullest out of these rides, you need proper technique, especially on this one because it's harder to flip between the paddle friction and the lack of wind. You must patiently and rhythmically rock your weight side to side, but once you get that first flip, the rest of the ride is chaotic. If you hold your fins, you can rapidly rotate for the remainder of the ride. Some of the newer ones invert faster, as I found myself needing to throw my weight into every few flips to keep on rotating, but I was still able to consistently get 20 to 30 flips and come off dizzy. And coming in at number 1 is the Log Chute. This is my second favorite log flume in the world after Splash Mountain. This Hopkins creation is a marvel. You pass through these atmospheric caves with nice music and physical sets, which include a gigantic Paul Bunyan and Babe animatronic. Then you're reminded that you're in a mall as you pass the upper levels that even go past the food court. Normally this break in immersion would be a deal breaker for me, but it honestly works in this case because it's truly surreal this attraction even exists in a mall. And along with those great sights, you also have 2 solid drops with faint spots of airtime. This ride really is the full package. I'm really glad that Nickelodeon didn't touch this ride when they purchased the park. They knew what they were doing. As I mentioned in my review, this is not only the best ride in Nickelodeon Universe, but it is the best ride in all of Minnesota. So those are my top 15 favorite rides and attractions at the Mall of America's Nickelodeon Universe. I have a whole review covering this park in more detail, but what are your favorite rides at this indoor theme park? Let me know which ride is your favorite down below. If you enjoyed this countdown, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.